I'm boycotting Target except for when I get my Tabitha Brown paprika. What? Then you're not boycotting because Target is still making the money. Target is still getting the money from these people. All these black people. Oh, we have Montgomery bus boycott, but we'll get on the bus with the black driver. I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Either you're boycotting or you're not.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So check this video out and let me know what you think in the comments below, and stay to the very end for my reaction and commentary.
Hello there. Y'all all right? I know. It has been a tough week, right? And baby, it's been a tough 2025 and we are still in January. But I know many of you are asking and have asked and sent me messages about the recent DEI announcements at Target as well. And as disheartening as it is for me, I'm not the only one affected by this, right? It's for everyone who is a woman-owned business, minority-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses. It's for so many of us who work so very hard to be placed into retail, to finally be seen and approved for retail. Because contrary to whatever the world might tell you, it has been very hard for Black-owned businesses to hit shelves, right? Which is why it's such a big deal when we do finally land inside of retail. So it is definitely heartbreaking to feel unsupported, right? However, I am in business in multiple ways, with Target, with Walmart, and Amazon, right? I sell Donna's Recipe, my hair care products, right, are on Amazon. They're also in Target. And of course, I have a huge partnership with Target. I sell my seasonings at Walmart. I do business all over, just like many other people. And what I can tell you is, if we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations. Listen, I get it. And if that's how you feel, honey, I 1000% get it. But so many of us will be affected, and our sales will drop. Our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process. And then you got to, like, where you going to put it? You got to have a place to store it. That's money, right? You got to have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds, availability, the space to house their own products, right? But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, you know, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? Then what happens, right? Now, I know that something that could solve it is ownership of these big corporations, right? It's a long way to go there. There are amazing companies like the Village Market in Atlanta, right, who support small businesses, and you can go in there and there's some amazing things that you can buy, but it's one store. You can't build that overnight. Do we all sometimes have these big dreams and aspirations to do that? Absolutely, right? But it is easier said than done, but it's not impossible. But until then, and in order to get there, we unfortunately have to play the game. And in playing that game, we got to be smarter than the ones who think they're in control, okay? And I say that to say, don't allow trying to be mindful with how I say this, because I want God to give me the right words, but don't allow foolishness to take us into separation and weed us out. Do you understand? Because sometimes that's what they want. And in times like this, they're telling us that. Okay? So as frustrating as listen, as frustrating as the whole situation is, as frustrated as I am, as all of you are, we still got to be smart. Now, you can still go into those stores if you choose to and buy specific brands that you want to support and let the other things, right, not get your money. But be very specific. There's so many women, right, that have worked hard to be a woman-owned business. Donna's Recipe is two women, me and Gina Woods, my business partner. We are self-funded. We're self-funded. And we are on shelves in limited doors at Target, right? Other companies, right? There's a Black History Month is coming right now, and all of these brands are about to be showcased, some of them for the first time. And of course, they would do something like this right now, but they still need their moment. They still need our support. Only if you feel like you can and are willing to. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you what, as a business owner, what we still need until we can get to another place, right? And I don't know when that other place will be. I know for me, I'm under contract. I'm gonna give it to you 100. I got another year. Then I make a decision. Okay. So many other businesses are just starting. They're just getting in. This is their big break to go to the next whatever phase of their business there may be. We have to have understanding and compassion for each other and not be in an emotional state, but also a smart state. Because if we start doing I'm not shopping there, and it's our businesses that are in there, that's their way that they will clean us out and replace us and say, well, your business is not performing. That's what people want. We can't give them what they want. Okay? I hope that this is making sense for somebody. And I know it's a long video, and I know somebody might not listen to the whole thing. But this is the truth. So I want to say right now, I thank you for supporting me for the last 5 years. I have worked with Target, with Walmart, with all the places that you have shopped for my products. I thank you for showing up for me. I thank you for supporting me. When you did, I thank you for showing out for me. And if you choose not to anymore, I understand that. And I still thank you and I'm grateful. But if you've heard anything that I've said today, if you still choose to show up for me, I thank you. But also showing up for others. We in it together. Okay? But either way, be clear. I understand. All right? But remember this, if you don't remember nothing else, let's not give them what they want. Okay? Don't let them take us off of shelves. Don't let them erase us. Numbers don't lie. We're needed. Our money is the dollar that really, really counts. Okay? Y'all go about y'all business. Know that I love you and have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. I'll talk to y'all later.
So I am 100% here for Tabitha Brown, and I want her business to be successful, just like I do want any Black business to be successful. But I'm torn. I wish we didn't have to be in the situation where we have to decide if we should boycott 50% or 100%. I wish there was a different way to support Black businesses without giving our money to any business that would affect our kids' future. Maybe a way for Black businesses to find different outlets to sell their products. And, where we don't have to compromise and put our kids' future in jeopardy. So let's listen to Marc Lamont Hill and see what he has to say.
Our tradition of withholding our labor, when we say, well, we can have a partial boycott. We can have picks. Nah, we can't have no picks here. You imagine? We're gonna have a Montgomery bus boycott, but if you're really tired, you can sit. Oh, we have a Montgomery bus boycott, but we'll get on the bus with the Black driver. I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Either you're boycotting or you're not. I'd rather y'all say, look, I don't want to boycott. I like Target too much. I don't want to boycott. I fuck with Amazon too hard. I would rather you say I'm not going to do it than to decide to redefine what it is in such a way that it has no political teeth. This is what neoliberalism pushes people into. So now everybody's walking around strutting, oh, I'm a boycotter. I'm a boycotter. I boycott Amazon, except when I need a book from so-and-so. Or I'm boycotting Target, except for when I get my Tabitha Brown paprika. What? Then you're not boycotting, because Target is still making the money. Target is still getting the money from these people, all these Black people. It's not making sense to anybody, not anybody who thinks this is dumb. This is ridiculous. And look, and I like Tabitha Brown a great deal. And I admire so many things about her, and I'm inspired by so many things about her. And so I was a little bit surprised to see this response, although maybe I shouldn't have. I've never heard Tabitha Brown speak out on these kind of political issues, these type of economic issues, specifically these types of labor issues before. So it's always telling if someone speaks out about labor only as it pertains to their wealth. Effectively, what Tabitha Brown is saying is you can have a boycott, but don't boycott the Black people. Don't boycott the women. Don't boycott us, because, that's what they want you to do. They want you to fall into this trap, and then we get divided. Don't be so emotional. There's a lot of condescension in this. Although it's shrouded in certain kind of flowery, loving, self-help, spiritual language, it's still like, don't be dumb, y'all. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all so angry. Y'all getting wound up. Don't be dumb. Keep buying. This is, and a few people said this in the comments. This is the problem with the Black excellence rhetoric. It's bound up in an investment in a very small slice of people doing really well at the expense of others. The boycott is designed to force Target to have better hiring practices, to have better labor practices. Now, I understand what she's saying. She's saying if you boycott this thing, they'll just use it as a pretext to not let anybody else in, because they'll say y'all not selling. Well, first, maybe Target shouldn't be the place we should be looking for that. Second, that's bullshit. They know that they know their numbers. They know their internal numbers. They know the numbers dropped because people boycotted. If they want to use it as a pretext to not have Black folk in it, then you respond by saying, well, then we won't buy unless you have Black folk here. Again, a boycott. We vote with our dollars. And when you tell us to boycott except for you, what happens is that logic prioritizes your individual well-being or our investment in your individual well-being. Again, the Black excellence rhetoric, we need her to win, at the expense of all these other people who are getting screwed over. Now, personally, I would love to see this boycott, not just to have more diverse hiring practices or to have more diverse vendors, which I think is fine, but it still leans into a certain kind of identity politics that comes to me at the expense of a deeper political economic analysis. Let me put it more simply. We should be thinking about how to distribute wealth differently. We should be thinking about how to promote access to capital for poor people. We should be figuring out how working class people can get living wage jobs. We should be thinking about all this stuff, and our economic energy and our investment should be focused in such a way that we hold back our money, we hold back our dollars to ensure that everyday working people get living wage jobs, get access to capital. That's what we should really be thinking about if we're going to mobilize our energy. But that's another story for another time. At the core here is the idea that if we're going to boycott, you don't boycott with exceptions. You don't say, oh, we're going to boycott Target, but let's leave out the Black ones. Or we're going to boycott Walmart, but let's leave Patty Pies alone. No! Because those Black people, first of all, those Black people who are in those stores are elites, for the most part. Not all of them, but a lot of them are elites. So it's not that I don't care about the Black business owners. It's not that I don't care about Tabitha Brown or whomever. I do care about Tabitha Brown, and I care about her business. But I don't care about her business more than I care about the plight of everyday working people. I don't care about her plight over the masses of Black people. And we do a disservice and a disrespect to our tradition of labor organizing, our tradition of strikes, our tradition of withholding our labor when we say, well, we can have a partial boycott. We can have picks. Nah, we can't have no picks here. You imagine? We're going to have a Montgomery bus boycott, but if you're really tired, you can sit. Oh, we have a Montgomery bus boycott, but we'll get on the bus with the Black driver. I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Either you're boycotting or you're not. I'd rather y'all say, look, I don't want to boycott. I like Target too much. I don't want to boycott. I fuck with Amazon too hard. I would rather you say I'm not going to do it than to decide to redefine what it is in such a way that it has no political teeth. This is what neoliberalism pushes people into. So now everybody's walking around strutting, oh, I'm a boycotter, I'm a boycotter.
So after listening to Marc Lamont, I can see where he's coming from, but at the same time, I can see where Tabitha Brown is coming from. And it's a decision that needs to be made by each individual, and the decision that's best not only for today but the future as well, a future where we will leave our kids and our grandkids. So we have to take both into consideration and decide what's best. That's my time for today, guys. See you on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe if you like this type of content. Bye.